5 points each for the main problems 1 through 5. Everything over here to the right is 1 point each. Your lottery is 1, 3, 2, 8, 6, and you must have the right number for the right spot on the paper. One more time, these are 5 points each here. All of these to the right are 1 point each. You could have 35 out of 25 if you had everything right. These are the answers for Thursday's homework 227. These are going to be 1 point each, and in order to get the 1 point, you must have both of them right. This and this. You could have them in a different order, but not the signs. You can't have negative 2/3 for 1. You can't have negative 2 for number 1. You could have negative 7/2 for number 8, because it's an equivalent improper fraction. It's still reduced. You cannot have 2/4 for number 6, because that's not reduced to 1/2. 1 point per problem. Extra credit answers from Thursday 227. Each problem is worth 5 points. You must have both numbers correct, including the signs, and reduced. 5 points each. The answers for Friday's homework. Same directions as Thursday's homework. Same scoring as well. Here are the extra credit answers. These are 3 points each. 15x squared plus 11x minus 12. That's the entire problem? Oh. Equals 0. And you had to solve for these? Okay, what did anybody else come up with for your answer? Did anybody come up with the correct answer for the problem? What'd you get?
Negative 1/3 or 3/5.
No, I mean the factorization.
I got 3x plus 4 and 5x minus 3.
3x plus 4 and 5x minus 3. We will check that out. This will give me the 15x squared, and this will give me the minus 12. We need 11x in there. So we'll have these two to get a negative 9x, and these two to get plus 20x. So that is the 11x that we need in the middle. Your objective is to solve quadratic equations using square roots. Here's example 1. And the problem is x squared equals 16. The first question will go to Blevins D. What do you think the answer is to this problem? Pass? All right, so we'll go to, who's this one? That is Blizzard. Close. You'll get 2 on that. It's close, but it's not just 4, it is this. I need the square root of both sides. And anytime I have that, the square root of x squared is what? Bradley. Bradley passes. All right, so how about Deerfield? What's the square root of x squared? It's what? He's passing, so we'll go to Garrett. What's the square root of x squared? X is right, yes. So Garrett will get 5 on that one. So here is an x. And then the square root of 16. What is the square root of 16, Boyd? Close. I'll give you half on that. It should be plus or minus 4. If you multiply two negative 4's together, you get positive 16. So negative 4 is also a square root. Be sure to express your answers like this. But you have to solve equations just like we have before, and you still use the same process, except when you get to the x squared equals something, you have to find the square root of both sides. What is the first step that I do on this problem? And that goes to Baldridge.
You add 9 to 16.
That's right. So you add 9 to 16. This will leave us with x squared equals 16 plus 9. What is 16 plus 9? Montavon. That is 25. That is right. So we'll have x squared equals 25. What do I do to both sides right now? Hammond.
Find the square root.
Yep, square root of both sides. So Hammond picks up 5 there. So square root of x squared equals square root of 25. What is the square root of x squared? That goes to Woodrow. X is right, so she gets 5. So now I have x equals, and what is the square root of 25? That goes to Perry. No, but I'll give you half. What is the square root of 25? Wilburn. Yes, plus or minus 5 is right, and that is the solution. Sometimes you will get problems that look like this. For example, if you dwindle it down to x squared equals a negative 16. What do I do to both sides at this point? Armstrong. Yes, find the square root of both sides. So that would be the square root of x squared equals the square root of negative 16. What is the square root of x squared? Spradlin. X is right, so Spradlin gets that, and it's going to be an x here. What is the square root of negative 16? And this goes to Haskins, who is not here, so we'll leave his out. And this will go to Blevins C. What is the square root of negative 16? He's going to pass. All right. How about Martin, square root of negative 16?
Minus plus 4.
Close. It is close, but not close enough. What it should be is this. No real solution. You cannot take the square root of a negative number. In Algebra 2, you will find out that the answer to this will be 4i. There's an imaginary number I, which is equal to the square root of negative 1, but we are not doing that yet, so your answer would be no real solution. Here is a practice problem. Drop it off up here when you're finished. For your practice problem, you should have x squared equals 124, and there's the buzzer. You should have x squared equals 124, and then what, Courtney? What comes next? Not yet. You should have x squared equals 124, and then what, Bailey? Yes, minus 24. That's right. We got to subtract from that side. Therefore, we'll have x squared equals what? And that goes to Carver. 124 minus 24. That would be 100, yes. So we have 100. What do we do to both sides now? Deems. Yes, so we need square root of x squared equals square root of 100. And we have to start over with the sticks. The square root of x squared is what, Courtney? Yes, it would just be x. And the square root of 100 is what, Blevins D? No, it would not be 10. The square root of 100 is what, Bradley? Yes, plus or minus 10. If you have that, come on up and claim it. The bonus problem is this. For this bonus problem, you should have 3x minus x equals 3 plus 1. That's going to be 2x equals 4. Divide 4 by 2 to get an answer of 2. Try this practice problem and drop it off up here. For this practice problem, we should have a movement that we do first. And what movement is that? Who is this? Blizzard. What do we do first? And make it what? That's right. So we're going to have plus 3 on the right-hand side over here. So that means we need to have negative 28 plus 3. What is a negative 28 plus 3, Armstrong? Negative 25 is right. Now we have to do something to both sides, and what is that, Garrett? Find the square root of both sides. That is, or do we do that first? No, we don't do that yet. That's not going to be it. What do we do next?
I just realized what I did.
We do not find the square root of both sides. What do we do next? Deerfield.
I don't know what the next item is.
All right, he passes. And Wilburn, what do we do next?
I'm gonna pass.
Pass. What do we do next? Baldridge.
You change the sign of both sides.
Yes, you do that. So you divide both sides by -1, and you come up with this. Now what do you do to both sides? Bailey. Find the square root of both sides. That's right. So now we need the square root of both sides. And what is the square root of x squared, Woodrow? X. That's right. So now we go to the square root of 25 is what, Perry? Plus or minus 5, right. If you have that, come on up and get it. Here is a bonus problem. For the bonus, you should have negative 4x plus 2x equals negative 10 plus 6. That's a negative 2x equals negative 4, and when you divide by negative 2, you should get 2. Same scoring as the warm-up quiz, and we have lottery numbers of 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Copy this down or photograph it quickly. The extra credit will come up in 30 seconds. All right, extra credit. This is optional.